Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining for tonight's channeling. All right, we go into messages and then the Q&A. So I'll try to go a bit quick with the messages. If there are any. So, all right, much love. And here we go. Thanks. Greetings, this is Michael. Blessings to all. Yes, there's always transition in the works. There's also more guidance, more than usual for those of you that are in the awakening state of mind, more awakening vibrations, more understanding of your world is slowly being brought into your attention. In some ways, life will become more complicated as you are ascending, as you're activating more fourth-dimensional energies. It will feel a little bit overwhelming at first, but more of 5D energies that come through to simplify your way of life. And also seeing animal life a lot differently. The alligator, the cat, the spider, in a different vibration as you transition. Seeing them more as friends than just animals. Of course, some of you are already experiencing those, or more of the DNA of their vibration will come more clear to you as you'll see dimensions where you're a part of their animal planets, where it's more alien than as you are remembering it, seeing it here. So we're clearing out the vibrations so you connect to your questions and your answers. So yes, there's another being here to assist you with all that. So blessings to you.
Okay, so I'm first, I think. Okay, there's another one coming. Bye.
Greetings to you. This is Redmond from the Sirian Collective. Greetings. Blessings. We are here, yes, to assist. One moment. Yes, as you realize your origins, realize the ape is very much involved with your origins, as some of you might realize that because of your form. But there is a long history that has not been quite mentioned. We're not going to go into it here. But yeah, some are talking about the reptilians all the time causing difficulties, but they forget the feline that is causing difficulties. Also, that is sometimes forgotten or miscommunicated. But also, there is another being. Yes, the gorilla has a long stretch in your past that has not been tapped into fully. Of course, there's a long list of it. will assist also into your upbringing, basically where the human form came from. Because it's not just they saw a gorilla on your internet or somewhere and put you into this form. There's a long reason why they chose this form. Not to say we're going into that. But it does not mean that information will eventually come into your collective. As many are still trying to realize their origins here. And it is going everywhere. It is not an easy connection. One day that will become a little bit more clear, not entirely. But at least you are more clear than you were before. So yes, we are here to assist in your awakening. So yes, we are here to help you with your questions whenever you're ready.
Thank you. First up is Daria.
Hello.
Yes,
So,
greetings.
hi Redman and hi Michael. So I didn't prepare as usual, but you probably got something for me. I actually heard some ringing in my ear, so before you came in. So
one moment. Well, while we connect with your energy, yes, you've been blocking reptilian manipulations. So you do a lot of shielding for others that you might not be fully aware of. As you're already experiencing some of that with a landlord that you're dealing with, that's kind of like that's more in your phase as you see. But it's something that you do often. It is part of your, it's part of your, now it kind of rolled back to you eventually. But also you want to see some of your effects because you don't always see what you're doing. So they're kind of showing a short glimpse of it. So
cool. But is that just wondering because my ex has been coming into my field lately, like the thoughts and the sleep patterns, dreams. Was that reptilian you were thinking about?
Well, yeah, that's part of the reptilian collective. Yes, he's more of the part of the Archon collective that's trying to get into your energy field. He's kind of cloaking his energies through the Archons. So he's kind of connected to all different species, basically get back at you for not, as you know, bowing down to him.
Never.
You know how that goes. So yes, it's basically, though, he feels like he's king, as you know.
Of course. Then my second question, do you have something personally Redmondish to me?
A moment. This is kind of complex to go into full details. They do show you as like a... One moment. To translate it fully here is, it's complicated. But you are like you do have human form incarnations, of course. You do have one where you are let's make it simple as a pink space alien. And really, you might get visions of this. You have the color pink for a reason to get everyone's attention, while other beings are different colors, like gray, yellow, or kind of a plain color. You do take this pinkish vibration, or look, however, what exterior, to show that, so they know who's here, basically. There's more details into it. It's kind of complicated to go into, but it is they're kind of giving you a glimpse of it.
I think I saw it. Is that the being that was dragged from other universe with looked like a flower, lotus headish petals, something? I don't know what to call it.
Well, yeah, something like that. What they're showing is that you're like you're kind of a pinkish color already, but you're wearing like a pinkish space suit, even with the glass as tinted slightly pink also.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's what I meant. Okay,
but they can see your face also, and your face itself is pink also. You might see some of that in your anime or some of your animations.
Cool. I'm going to connect that. But thank you, and
yes.
Have a wonderful channeling.
Yes, blessings.
Blessings. Bye.
Next up is Emmy, and I've got her questions. Question number 1, what are the messages and energy for Mexico at this time?
Yes, there's many cartels that are running that government at this moment. In secret, of course. But those cartels are connected to your cabal, as some of you call it. So it is like layers of layers, so the cabal is not seen. At least that what you call on our planet. But now there are parts of Mexico that are illuminating more light, and those are areas where there is more alien visitation. So in your skies. So it's not all lost, but there's a lot of corruption there. It's usually, yes, coming from mostly Mexico City, where the government is. Let's put it that way. But along your coastlines, it does get better. So there is assistance. There's also CERN energy there. The CERN that's in Switzerland, their vibrations are used there as they use it for testing, as some of you might be aware. Hopefully that's helpful. Blessings.
Thank you. Her second question, what are the messages for my spiritual path and journey to Cuba?
Well, they say you let the past go. There are some blockages, such as interactions with others, usually the male that's very aggressive. To forget those things, not to say you're holding any of it, but you're going to connect to a whole different type of people, and it will be lighter in some areas, not entirely. There's Anunnaki energies there also. Not necessarily it's of a negative, but there is a lot of Anunnaki forces, and most likely you will know more about you can say your galactic history in some ways. You will know more of a glimpse of it. You'll get a download because it's where the location you're at, you'll receive more details. That's your message. Blessings.
Thank you. Lila, you're next.
Thank you.
Great to see you.
Blessings.
Yes.
I am researching right now the Q movement, what we have here, and many say and think that J.F. Kennedy Jr. is alive and he's behind it. Is he alive or is he past?
We don't see his energies present. Well, we do see his vibration is present, yes, but his physicality, no. But his heart is there, yes. But also JFK, the father, is there too, if you want to go into those energies. So we don't see him physically on their planet, no.
Right. I had the. Who is behind the Q?
There are many, and most of them are when you're shadow government.
Are they humans or aliens?
Yes, there are aliens, yes, of course. But there are humans is mostly like a dark CIA, you can say. But there are aliens, all different types of alien vibrations involved with it.
So
and it does
they are
yes,
manipulating humans.
Not necessarily. Some are, yes, but not all. There is a positive consciousness to it. But it does get hit with manipulations, yes.
What I am doing in Astro recently.
As you know, you're connecting more of you have dragon hybrid children. I'm not sure if you're aware of that. Yeah, there are 3 different species of dragon beings.
What? Babies?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yes. I believe
How
that was
many?
done recently. 3 of them.
Recently?
Yes.
When did I have a sex? I don't know even.
It was more in your astral. You don't remember your dreams. And that is one of the reasons why.
Horrible.
It seems like you're testing things out from what we are seeing.
That makes sense. But sex and I don't remember. What a drag.
Well,
anyway.
It's more DNA than it is actual physical interaction, as you're aware.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, blessings.
Okay, I'm next. I'm wondering if there are any messages for me.
My woman's. Well, they say when your energy field, you will get more down to the point of your connections here. Part of you is kind of avoiding your direction, at least spiritually, because you're not sure if you're ready for it. But more of it, your guides will be assisting you as in due time, not yet. You'll feel more of a balance with your own intuitive abilities to connect with others, to share it more, maybe even a public, but not yet. You're getting close, not that close, but you're getting closer to it. To connecting others in a public arena, similar, not exactly like this.
Mm-hmm.
But you're working towards that. Let's put it that way. So just continue on your way. You will know when you're ready for it. Let's put it that way. You have the urge to connect with others more than just family energies.
Yes.
So, yes.
Thank you.
Blessings.
And second question, Do you have any messages for my husband, Angel?
In his past, he's had a lot of reptilian manipulations, as you're aware of. Basically, it caused a lot of health difficulties. Some of this is karma. Some of these are beings that he had difficulties with. He is going into more of a release at this moment, and when he's releasing more of the past, he's not fully aware of. You'll feel his health slightly improving in certain areas. Part of you just do a mental release. Just ask for healing from the angels, and just release past life energies. Mostly it's past life energies that he's had a lot of lifetimes in war. It's another reason why his body is the way it is. It's not so healthy. So if he connects, just as a past life release, I believe he'll start feeling in some ways. We can't say completely, but his mental area will definitely feel better.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, blessings.
Blessings. Next up is Kingsley, and I've got his questions. The first one is, any messages about me and Yubia? Wanted to know if I should still take it slow.
Well, I believe this person that you're speaking to will be orchestrating the slowness or the fastness of it. So, I mean, it's good to speak your mind. So, it'd be good to have a communication there. So, speak your mind and just go by your feelings. But communication is key for the health for this relationship altogether, as you're aware. Blessings.
His second question, any messages for me?
We do see as his levitation energies are getting stronger with him. Doesn't mean he's going to get up and fly anytime soon, but he's trusting more of it. So it does not mean he won't lift the ground in due time. So just, go with the flow of it. He is releasing a lot of third dimensional energies to allow this to occur. So, blessings.
Thank you. Next up is Liz.
Greetings.
Okay, we'll come back to her.
Hello, I'm here.
Yes.
Oh,
Greetings.
okay.
Yes.
Liz is here.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, I don't have a specific question, so what can you tell about me right now that is, I can tell public?
Well, they say that you still need a lot of rest. There's a lot of astral activity going on. You have been leaving your body often, and it has not been an easy transition with what's going on with the planet. Mostly it's government, as you are aware. The government is not going as smoothly as some would like. So there is a lot of darkness there, as you see. It is, in some ways, within, it has gotten worse, but not where it's unstable. So your connections have gotten a little bit heavy, so see, rest is good. The animal beings are excellent around you. The more you have, as you know, the more the better, as you can see. They're keeping you grounded at this time and protected, as you see.
Yes, pretty much. 9 dogs.
Yes.
Yes,
we don't see an addition happening anytime soon.
I don't think my dogs are gonna allow for cats right now.
No.
So, okay. Yeah, I'm being very irritated, like irritable, and need to rest for like a month.
Yes. When you go into astral and come back, you kind of, in some ways, more furious than you were. Not to say you're furious before, but sometimes it's worse.
Mm-hmm.
What we are seeing.
Well, they are fighting back, so I guess.
Yes.
But it's a good sign. That means you're getting in their nerves, I guess.
Well, the dark is not willing to leave easily, as you see, but there is improvements there.
Yeah, I don't think they will ever leave. I think it's gonna be more of a. It's pretty imbalanced right now, so you need to even up a little. So
exactly,
we have to even up.
Yes.
So they don't want to give up. Okay, and for my three-dimensional life here, is there anything that you can tell me that I could do to, besides resting, to easy that transition in my body.
What's you? One moment. Well, this might not be what you're looking for, but we do see it's good to exercise some of your ideas out into your internet. Maybe share a post or something like that. That of encouragement. That you're already doing that in some ways. But it seems like part of you needs to release a lot mentally. And that's why your internet is there for you to, show your awakening others. Let's put it that way. That's a little bit cryptic, as you see.
Yeah, I see. Yes. My mom said the same thing, actually.
Yes, it is. She just, because your mind is really where all, you want to do more and to just do things that are simple, which is good. But you get your mind off of, the more you assist others mentally, you'll feel more relaxed down the road.
Mm-hmm,
That makes sense.
Okay.
Thank
you so much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Blessings.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Bobby. You're next.
Greetings, Redmond.
Yes, greetings to you.
Blessings.
Yes.
My first question is, I have a crystal altar where I assemble grids and put out intentions. And at the base of my altar, I have a Sirian seal. It's a triangle shape with 3 spirals that converge in the middle. And I was drawn to this this symbol along with the message behind it of oneness. And I was looking to see if there's a way that I can use this symbol to activate my DNA further.
You can visualize that symbol in your mental state and just see what, visualize it and see what comes through. Like, what do you see after that? You visualize it the best you can. And do you see Atlantis? Do you see Rome? Do you see a world somewhere? What image appears afterwards? And it'll basically start to open up more of your, it's like a slight meditation in some ways. You just visualize it and see what comes through. You don't have to do it for very long. It can be just one image and it'll just be there for a little bit and then go. But it's there to activate your part of your release.
Right. And that goes into my second question. I've been exploring my past, and I was looking to see if Gaia has any messages about my past lives here that she would like to share.
Yes, in this past, you've had, a lot of wars with reptilians and Anunnaki. She shows that you even became an Anunnaki, like a cloaked one to intercept with them, basically to intertwine with them. It was not easy. It's like being a spy. And you even got away with it. And they did not notice it because they weren't expecting something like that. So you did that to learn more about them. So you were an alien being. They're not going into exactly what species you were, but you had enough information where you can be them, at least for enough where they won't notice that you're not one of them. So you did that for information. So I believe to at least defeat some of them that were causing difficulties.
Was that around ancient Babylon?
Oh, yes.
Right.
Before that, actually. But yes, it was during that time.
I got you. Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Blessings.
All right. Blessings.
Next up is James S.
Greetings, Redmond.
Greetings to you. Yes.
Nice to speak to you again.
Yes.
So last time you were here, I asked you if I had any Sirian aspect, and you said that it was part of like a government of like different worlds.
Yes.
And I've heard that Sirians are having conflicts right now. Like, how is what's going on there, like with the conflict?
Yes, there's always going to be conflict with the Sirians because they are similar. They have worlds similar to yours. So yes, it's always been a grab. Basically, beings want to take over it, and so that's what's going on right now. Your world is pretty much protected. Of course, sometimes it does not seem that way, but you are actually interacting a lot with the Anunnaki in a positive way. But right now, it's just time. The species is the same as is this one, kind of primitive, the ones that you're watching out for or protecting. So they're different in many ways. They're feline worlds that you assist that are Sirian actually. And there are also reptilian Sirians that you're assisting also, where other reptilians want them to become more aggressive. There's actually like more of like a kinder wizard people.
Okay.
Give you
I was
something.
also going to ask you about my Anunnaki connections. I've been told that I have had lifetimes in Babylon, and that I have an Anunnaki friend. Can you tell me more about that connection?
Yes, in that time period, you were connected to like a Illuminati energies. As
Okay.
even an Anunnaki being, yes, you were bringing activations to those that you felt that were worthy. To not necessarily join it, but to receive some of their information. So not necessarily you're of a negative energy, I believe you're more neutral. But this was to carry on history, at least the history they want people to remember. Basically, you're activating souls at that time. You weren't Anunnaki being, yes, it was during Babylon. Babylon, when it was more alien, it did have a time where it became more human, like your world is, but it was have more of an alien presence in its past. Realize why it's been wiped out from history for a good reason. They want all that knowledge to be remembered. But some of those beings that carried on this knowledge they found Buddhism over time. They did find a spiritual group, even if they don't remember anything, to give you a little bit of understanding of where that information goes.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yes.
Much love.
Blessings.
Blessings.
Okay, next up is Stephen.
Hello, Redmond.
Yes. Greetings to you.
Much love to you. How you doing?
Doing well. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Yes.
I was wondering if you can help me with the dream I just had a couple days ago. Anyways, I start off when I'm in this walkway, and there's like this carnival type area, and I go up to this one where it's like a little room, carnival open at the front, and these people are like wrestling, and I was watching them and everything, and a couple people wrestled and they finished. And there's this good-looking lady comes up to the counter, and this guy, for some reason, he goes behind her and he's like, "Whoa!" And then he puts his hand on her butt, and I was like, "Okay, well, what's that about?" And then he just keeps it there. So I was like, "Okay." Well, and then I heard, I think it's something sexual through there, because I heard some people talking about some money or something they left, but then so I just kept watching the wrestling and everything. And then this older lady comes to me and she says 5. I was like, what? And I was like, no. And then she goes 5.5. I was like, no. And then so I was like, oh, I like to wrestle. I was like, nah, they didn't think I could wrestle. They didn't think I had any power or anything. It's like, yeah, I was like, put me in, let me wrestle. So I finally get in there and wrestle with one of the real big ladies. She's real powerful. It's like, all right, let's do it. So we started wrestling, and I grabbed her, and then I just like grabbed her and like threw her against the back wall, like a big old hit. And nobody got hurt, but I was like, when they were like, I flexed my muscles, like, yeah. And then all of a sudden I flashed to like the next day. And then I was in the same area, and there's right next to the area, there's a lady that's cleaning the counter, and she says, "You owe me 4,000. And I was like, what? And she says, "You owe me 4,000. I was like, no, I don't. And she says, "Yes, you are. You're the owner." I was like, oh, then I started getting confused. So I started walking up the walkway, and there's some people on the right-hand side of the group. And I looked at one of them. He's like a helper. I knew him. And then all of them started like, clearing out pretty quick. So he goes and we go into this little room. He pushes a code, and he opens this door where like the safe is. And I get out the money to give him to pay for the people. And I go around this like table in the room. And this other dude comes in, and he's like, "Man, you don't need to leave that door open." I was like, "Sorry about that." And I shook that dude's hand. He's like, "Well, what are you doing?" I was like, I'm paying the people that we owe." And he's like, "Why? What are you doing that for?" It's like, "Because we owe them. Well, and just, we need to pay them." He's like, "Well, I'll pay them when I want to." I was like, "No, you won't. Payday was yesterday. We're going to pay them." I was like, then I asked him, like, "Who are you? What title do you have? How far up are you?" He's like, "I'm up at the top. We're like partners." I was like, okay, whatever. And, we didn't have a real good agreement right there. And then he left. And then and that's all I remember. Thank you.
Yes, it has to do with Earth's ascension. You were actually, during this, you were opening up a portal energy to Earth, basically, for other beings to connect with. So it was a little bit of a wrestling around, you can say, to get through. You notice the payment structure there. It shows that Anunnaki presence was present. But also we received from that, you are healing a lot of Men in Black energies, at least of the negative, to help them leave. and help those that are positive to, find a better outlook on life. So a lot of that is connected to, you can say, two different dimensions at once. We are all opening up more of pathways for more information to come into this reality. So you can see there's kind of a wrestling energy there. That's not, some beings are not making it easy. So they say there's a price to it, you can say, to open up a new reality here for more information. That will assist with the ascension. That's what we're receiving from that.
Yeah, that definitely feels right. And really quick, my next question, I was going to ask about my ape or galactic family, but I was led for some reason to, if you could connect with the planet Centresca in the Pleiades star system, is where my dad, Del Eve, originates. And I was just wondering if you could, for some reason I was, I felt like I should ask
yes,
what my connection with that planet or whatever. Thank you.
Well, right now there's a lot of conflict going on at this time because they're assisting your world. So your world is receiving conflict. That world is receiving conflict also. It is a peace planet, yes. It assists other worlds and their peaceful energies basically to remove attacks. Of course, they do get attacked at this time. So it's not necessarily a military world, but in some ways it can be seen like that because there's a lot of alien ships that are built there that go off into other worlds such as yours. So you can say that's kind of like the Galactic UN in some ways. That's one of the places where a lot of these alien meetings are done, and there's a lot of peaceful energies there, of course, but there's also, of course, other situations to give you more understanding. So,
awesome. Blessings.
Yes, blessings.
Okay, next up is Stephen.
I believe it.
I meant to say Nick.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Nick, we'll come back to you. Next up is Colin, and I've got his questions. His first question, any messages on my relationship?
Yes, the message right now is just to take it slow. You kind of went through a hurricane recently, it seems. From what we are seeing, you are getting to know. It's also a way for you to get to know each other more too. Yes, it might be an unsettled way, but sometimes relationships need to really go through a test to get better, get to know each other. That sounds strange, but sometimes it is needed. It's for you to build a bond that goes on later in life.
Thank you. His second question, any messages on the energy work I've been doing?
Yes, it's going to your crown chakra at this time. You are releasing, yes, past lives that have caused difficulty that you brought into this world because you're here to heal those conflicts. And you can see your relationships also showing that you connected to a part in your chakras where there was a tumble, a shakedown. That's not the best word, but it has a lot, and it brought in other beings. Yes, but it is a part that the two of you, because you're uniting more with your partner, and so your energy work is assisting with it, and most likely it will start to increase in due time when the stress is difficult to receive. So I can go on and on, but blessings.
Thank you. Next up is Nick.
Yes.
Greetings, Redmond.
Yes, greetings to you.
Yes, thank you for connecting.
Yes.
My first question, or really, I'd just like to share a little experience and see what Spirit's interpretation was. In recent meditations, in recent sleep state, in recent sessions with clients doing energy healing, I'm not sure if it's lower astral or negative beings kind of cloaking themselves or hiding more frequent, or if they're running away, whatever it seems to be. Yeah, I've seen a lot more of dark orbs and lower beings kind of hiding themselves and or just running away from my work.
Yes.
I just wanted to know what what that was about.
Well, yeah, some of our it sounds that's strange. They do hide behind the chakra energies. You have this ball of light. They hide behind it. So as you do your work, you are removing more energies, actually blockages from their higher selves. So it's basically blocking information for that person to receive information. So you're getting stronger with your energy fields. What's going on? So you are connecting to much of Yeshua's energy as for healing. And that is truly going through the chakra as you're aware, but it's even going past that. So it's it's connected to the organs basically, that's where some of these beings are attached themselves, at least vibrationally. So some of it, you will see eventually the organs within the body change into energy fields. So you're dealing with the chakras, but what about the organs? You see vibrations of them with the heart and different patterns. So eventually you'll start to learn the biology of the human too, because you realize those areas need to be healed too. I believe you have some idea of that already.
Yes. Thank you for
Yes.
that, Redmond.
Yes.
And on the second question, I'll leave it open if there's any messages from Spirit.
A moment. Yes, it said in a lot of ways it's not going to be too active in life. Is you're still in study mode. So, but eventually you'll connect more to your crown chakra to receive more data on healing others. You're doing quite well. You're connecting different chakras, getting different information from your crown is like the ultimate goal to being more healing to others. Like you, kind of like a Yeshua effect in some ways, where you kind of tap them and you can almost feel what they're going through and easily pull out what's not needed. Instead, now you're having to do a meditation. You're slowly going into that mindset. I believe you have some of that ability already, from what you're saying. So there's more to that, but that's the short version of it.
All right. Thank you very much, Redmond.
Yes.
Blessings.
Okay, next up is Pamela, and I've got her questions. The first one, any messages for me from your collective?
Yes, you have many connections with us, mostly with the dolphin energies. And yes, they're fish beings, aquatic. Yes, of course. Sirius A is one place that you do reside quite a bit. But you go off through other planets of Sirius for more challenging experiences, which led you to this world. You've had simplistic lives, as many have. But in Sirius, you found a world that was similar to this one that brought you here. This is very much in your ancient world. It has a lot to do with the Lyrians that have conflict with Sirian beings. There's a lot of healing still going on there. But you had a lot of human incarnations before this as a Sirian being, as a Pleiadian being. But as a Sirian being, you saw this earth need a lot of help. And eventually you will feel like there was a call made for more beings to assist. And I believe you are one of them. Blessings.
Okay. Next up is James M.
Hello?
Yes, greetings. Yes.
So you're Syrian, right?
Yes.
Okay, do I have like Syrian connections, like guides, lovers, or children?
Yes, you do have a great amount of hybrid children. You see like 16. Now, yes, you've been busy, basically. You might not remember it, but yes, it's been. Now, you've had this ever since, well, you've had at least the relationships ever since the child. Of course, in spirit and astral, it's a different reality. But yes, there's been 16 children you're connected to at this time. And other energies, you do have, yes, several wives also with the Syrians at this time. I believe 3 from what I can see at this time. Which is quite common, actually. And not frowned upon, like your world says. Of course, we don't have the conflict. At least the energy you're connected to is not the same conflict that this one has.
I see. So is that why I can't remember like stuff from when I was like a little kid?
Partly, yes, because you're making a lot of alien connections. As you enter this world, now I have Earth DNA, now I have all this knowledge, and now you know how to, connect with others differently. Others are sharing your experiences with you. Yes.
Okay, my second question is Seattle like more Syrian or more Andromeda or what?
I didn't catch. What was the beginning of your question?
Is Seattle, the city, like their
Seattle?
area, is it more like Syrian or Andromeda or what?
One moment. It has a lot of, yes, a mixed energy. I mean, it has a lot of Arcturian energies. Because it has, like, at least in their city of, yes, Seattle, it has a lot of Arcturian vibration, and it's welcoming a lot of beings. Anunnaki has to do with the money structure, but with the Syrians, it has a lot to do with, yes, the tech company energy. Partly, some of it has to do with Zeta, but overall, it is more Arcturian, actually.
I see. All right.
Yes.
Thank you.
Blessings.
Thank you. Up next is Pamela. I'm going to go ahead and ask her second question.
Yes.
And it is there a relationship between my dragon encounter and the healing work I'm doing with the reptilians?
Well, yes, you have many children within the reptilian race, even now, but mostly in the past life connections. So with the dragon encounter, you're almost dealing like with a father figure of your past. What you see, and they're very aggressive. So there have been relationships. Also, to that aggressive male energy is definitely around you. That you're still, it's almost like a stalker energy that you're healing from what we are seeing. As is an alien being that won't leave you alone, basically. It's like you're mine and you're not going to be with anybody else. That's what we feel from that. So yes, there's a tug of war going on. As you see, you're trying to get away. It's like no more of this, and they keep coming. This one keeps coming back to you. Hopefully that's helpful. Blessings.
Thank you. Next up is Michelle.
Yes, greetings.
Hi, Redmond. How are you?
Yes, doing well. Thank you.
Great. So thank you for being here.
Yes.
My father's son, my son Evan's dad, Mike, was given the news that his follicular lymphoma came back, type of really aggressive cancer.
Yes.
And I was chatting with him about that. I found out on the day he found out. And I did the thing I always do. I said, you can call me any day, all the time. Like, I will be your caretaker. And then I caught myself. Anyway, I want to know, like, how important, if at all, my role needs to be in this and maybe a prognosis.
Well, there's different reasons. Part of it is work situation is the primary cause of it, tension. The other thing is he wants attention, partly. He wants to change the conversation where it reflects back to him. So, where he gets the attention, basically. So with this, you don't have to be that close. You do what you feel. You're not necessarily have to be there for everything. He's going to reject a lot of your healing energies from what we were seeing. I think he just wants a conversation, someone to talk to from what we were seeing. He wants to talk to you.
Okay.
So just keep it casual from what we were seeing. It's nothing that has to be. Don't feel like you have to do anything.
Okay. I mean, I don't mind helping. It's just like I keep skirting, like doing my own life.
Yes, it is best. It is best that way. There's nothing wrong with casual conversation. It doesn't have, just like an update, how you doing type of thing. You don't necessarily, I mean, if you feel obligated to do a healing and you feel like this is right.
Send healing.
Yes.
And I don't mind sending healing,
yes.
But also I don't want it to, like, if it's still going to bounce.
Well, you don't want it to consume your life. Yes.
Okay.
So, and it could.
Okay.
Because you're worried as a normal person would be. But they say not to let it consume your life. He will, he will be fine. What they're saying.
Oh, good. Okay. I'm just gonna ask for a message for my highest good at this time, given the multitude of S shows happening.
Yes.
What do I need to focus on? I guess maybe. No.
More fun. More things to do for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the me time is much needed, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
As much as you can, and hopefully now the BS is coming in. That's what I'm picking up on. It's it's trying to hold on to you. It's trying to grab onto you and pull you back into your old ways, and you're here to release it. So the more pleasantness, happiness you bring to yourself, it's like no more of this, and just cut it off. Cut off the old shenanigans, as they're saying.
It's my favorite word.
It is, yes. They're truly trying to pull you back into depression, anger, whatever it might be. So you're actually making a great amount of progress into the more positive self of you. It's
So
just
who are they?
Your guides, your beings that are with you.
They're trying to drag me back into the mire.
Oh, they are not. No, okay. But they are the dark past, basically.
All right.
But your guides are assisting, and you are wanting change, and the beings are trying to put you on a negative timeline, basically. Mm-hmm. As you know.
I don't want to be on one. Thanks anyway.
Peace out. So just keep cutting it off, basically. No thanks, and cut it off and move on. Eventually, it will stop.
Is this like an entire retrograde season worth of stuff, or is this like?
Well, you are adding a new timeline to yourself for more positivity, and some beings are trying to trick you back into the old darkness of yourself.
Right.
So the more you just say, "I'm not dealing with this," move on. I'm not dealing with this, move on. Eventually, they'll get the idea.
Great. You're amazing.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Blessings. Yes. Blessings.
Okay. Next up is Angelique, and I've got her questions. Her first question, I want to know if my natural health remedies harm me in any way. It seems to be getting better slowly since I started a controversial therapy. Are there any risks or other issues I should be aware of?
We're not seeing any risks at this time. It's just it's controversial because it's not normal. It's not what it's not in your mainstream, at least in your spiritual mainstream. So yeah, you are. If it was bad, you would not do it. If you're taking chances trying new things, but I believe it's all natural from what we are saying. So blessings.
Thank you. Her second question, are there any messages from my angels or guides for my highest good?
Yes, we see that one of you, yes, your early incarnation, yes, you connected to alien beings in your ancient past, but it seems like one of your earliest incarnations, like one of your first ones in this galaxy and this universe, was on Earth. So you're very much a Earth human in a lot of ways. You probably feel you're from other places now, but a lot of this is because you wanted to incarnate with a Mother Earth's energy to experience her flow of life. And you are connecting to things that other people aren't going to tap into. It's always going to be a little bit strange for you because you're going to be doing things that others have not thought of. It does not make it bad. It's just new. And eventually you'll share it with others when the time comes. Blessings.
Thank you. Thank you, Redmond, for being here with us. We appreciate you. Much love.
We appreciate, your society as you're willing to, be aware of your ability to take the chance to try something new, activating your higher self dimensions. So much love to you all. Blessings. Do I have a blessing?
Yeah.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
I think they said Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. That was different. Anybody else?
Yeah, I would like to do one.
Yeah.
May we all carry a lot of gratitude in our hearts for reasons other than originally planned this week. Mea so shananea te ketata, sukotatanea siko tata ananea teta. Mea tuko ashakatanea sut umananea te satatanea to. Kapatanea sukotanea setata ananea to katatanea sitik enananai. Potanea ticket at ananea skotata. Ananea setata ana. Mea ananea te. Kotanea ta. Konana atsaitirina. Maya sutra oshana. Namaste.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that. All right, much love, everyone. All right, have a great holiday, and we'll be back next Thursday. I guess take care, everyone.